Hello and welcome to Incomplete Geeks, a gay geek podcast where we talk about all sorts of geeky things. Sometimes our knowledge is great. Other times it's a little bit
incomplete.
That's John. I'm Nick. Is that a mushroom head or are you just happy to see me? We're going to have a little drunk rant today and we're going to talk about video game adaptations.
Yes.
Do you get the reference?
Yes.
Yay!
What I always giggle at yours. You're so silent.
I'm so stoic whenever you do that. I'm like, that doesn't make grammatical sense. I'll never give you anything back. So thank you for your sympathy laugh.
Of course. I mean, I'm genuinely like chuckling at something because it's clever. Excuse me. Doesn't always have to be clever, but you know,
the attempt was made. The attempt was made.
But of course, when it's just audio, because we're doing a video today, when it's just audio, I always look at you to see your reaction. You're always like this. Like trying not to laugh.
It will never be as good as Cruhola to Fill.
A Cruhola to Fill. That was a stretch.
That's what he said.
Talking about holes. Anyway, what are we doing?
This is my third glass.
I mean, 2.5.
Nice. We're going to talk about video game adaptations.
Yes, and why?
The best and the worst, and why we love them, why we hate them, and just talk shit about them in that way. We're not going to rank them or anything, are we?
No, we don't have that kind of organization.
I don't have that cognitive
We're going to talk
ability.
about the best and the worst mixed in with each other because, you know, we might have different lists if we were to rank them anyway. So, video game adaptations in general, some of the best. Our list is not exclusive, obviously, but there's a couple that I definitely want to talk about. And
we'll be looking at our phones as well. I do apologize for if you're watching.
Just for the list.
Just for the listicles. I had a really good one, but I can't find it now. So
I've got two. I've got a best of and the worst of, and there's some overlap, which is interesting. Because obviously the different
fantastic.
Different
Do you want to start?
Sure. Do we have to like preface this with anything? Like these are all adaptations of video games into films or TV shows.
That's it.
That's about it, isn't it?
That's kind of it.
So we're just gonna mention them and then talk about them if we like them or not.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what we should do? I'll start off with the reason we're doing this is because
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. There you go. Boom, title card. Poof, Last of Us.
Boom. There we go. Let's start with that then.
And we did have a recent video game episode as well.
Yes.
So that's a link as well. So The Last of Us. Okay, I am ashamed to say that you know what? I'm going to have to just start watching it. I haven't. The only reason
you haven't watched it?
The only reason I haven't watched it is because I don't like zombies. I don't like zombie things.
That's fair because I don't like dystopian futures.
Sure. Yeah.
So if it's just the genre, that's why I didn't watch Fallout.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
TBD.
Also, yeah.
On
TBD.
the list. I'm just not interested in it. I feel like it's a genre that's been beaten to death. So I can understand if you feel the same about zombies because they were 100%.
Guys, we know the world is a shit place. We don't need to be constantly reminded of how shit it could be.
That being said, this is HBO, so this show is fucking brilliant. And I've not played. Did you play the game?
Nope. You know why? Because I don't like zombies.
Fair. Absolutely fair. But I've been told by enthusiasts of the game that it kind of revolutionized storytelling in video games.
Yeah.
How they do it, I don't get it. But maybe that's why it works so well as an adaptation, because it's not just a video game that they're like, we'll take that character and like make him run around and there's Lara Croft with square boobs. It's such a thoughtful approach to the story and the journey that the characters go on. Even it feels kind of like that when you watch the show. So like, because they have to go to this place and that sort of stuff in the first season. It's very
periodical in that way.
Episodical. So each episode feels very kind of like encapsulated as like, right, that's what these characters that they've met on their journey and dealing with there. So it feels very fresh and different each time. And some episodes which won Emmys, the Nick Offerman one, was just beautiful. And they were hardly in it. Because that was a character they would have met. The gay
love story.
Yeah, and a character they would have met on the way, and that's Nick and Murray. And it's beautiful, and it does what Walking Dead should have done. Right. It shows what people are like living in this fucked up world.
Yeah.
Whereas Walking Dead, because it was 22 episodes for 15 fucking years, and then they got 3 spin-offs running or whatever.
Like that,
all it is about like oh, we set up this town. Oh, we're going to hoard these resources. Oh, we're going to rape and kill you. Oh, we've killed everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to... It's the same sort of shit about people are terrible. We get it.
Yeah, it sounds like the focus is more about the characters and a small number of characters and what they are going through, as opposed to Walking Dead, where it was like the focus was the environment and how awful it was.
It's weird because it is chaotic and awful and terrible and completely changed the world. But I don't know about the game, but in the TV show, it's more about how people have adapted and changed, and it's less depressing. I mean, a lot of people die, and it's pretty depressing. But it's not like every episode is like, oh god, and we're, it's like, oh, we've made up a little thing here, and like, oh, we have a little that sort of stuff. And
so there's still like hope for the
it's about
protagonists
the
in a way.
characters, and it's a kind of character study within this bizarre environment.
Yeah. Okay.
Melanie Linsky's character as a kind of an authoritarian person, and the gays. It's obviously brilliantly written, beautifully shot and directed, and amazing acting. Like they focus on the moments and the characters, that sort of stuff, rather than it because it's like 8 episodes.
Yeah.
It's not about like hyping
You
up
don't
season finale end,
You don't
death
have to put
season finale end. It's not that chasing that kind
no
of
filler
Walking
episodes
Dead.
necessarily.
No, they don't have time for it. So it's prestige TV. So all those kind of combinations make it probably one of the best ones, but we'll go through the list of all the other good ones.
I have very little to
and
say
bad
about
ones.
it that isn't different than what you would have said. So I think it's worth. I mean, I listen to people who say that it's good.
It's real good.
And if it's won awards, then it can't be bad. So I think it would be high on my list as well. I'll have to put up with it. Do you think I should play the game first, or should I just watch it first? Now that there's
Do you prefer the
season
game?
2?
Do you prefer a game or a TV show?
I mean, they each have their own values, I suppose.
It's because it ruins it. One will ruin the other.
Yeah. There was apparently, I mean, I didn't spoil myself, but there was a big significant event that happened recently early in season 2, and people are like, "Oh my god!"
I've only done the first episode,
Okay, well,
and I know the big event is clearly episode 2. It's very obvious they're setting up for that, but
I don't know I have no idea what it is, but I do know that people on social media were like, "Guys, we had to live through this in the game as
Yeah,
the first
exactly.
time." So we feel you, but also, it's almost like, when you want something vicariously because someone else is watching it for the first time. I'm sure that gamers who have been through that, like, they're going to watch it because it's such from what I hear, it's a faithful adaptation of a lot of the storylines from the game, and so they're able to like experience these storylines, like you said, great storytelling, again through the show. So I don't know, what should I do? Put in the comments below whether or not I should watch it first or play the game first.
Fantastic, or neither, quite frankly.
Or neither. Next on the list,
Go.
well, we already mentioned Fallout. So let's do Fallout next.
I mean, we can, but I don't know anything about either of them.
I will. Well, I didn't know anything about Last of Us, so I'll talk about Fallout.
Go. Okay, great.
So Fallout again was made by Bethesda. It was like sort of
Bethesda, Maryland.
Bethesda, Maryland, yeah, who were famous from Elder Scrolls fame and Starfield. But they did Fallout, and there's a number of sequels and spin-offs. Fallout. The thing is, like, I've watched my brothers play versions of Fallout, and they always sort of describe it as like Elder Scrolls but with guns in a way. So you have like sort of the way that I know, right? What how would it
like Elder Scrolls but with guns.
So it's like you have the sort of the RPG elements, and you can create your own character and go explore the open world sandbox style, but when you shoot people, you have the different mechanic with defeating enemies.
Is it one of those games where like you just see that and you just see the hand holding a gun and that kind of view POV? I hate those.
But a lot of times, especially with like the Skyrim and Oblivion and I think Fallout 2, you can choose. You can just choose to kind of go out in your third-person view, which may or may not sort of screw up the aiming system or whatever.
True,
but,
fair enough.
It's not a big deal nowadays. But Fallout, again, it's a dystopian kind of thing where obviously, Fallout, it's the clues in the name. But the adaptation was because I haven't played it in such depth that my partner has, but also doesn't remember a lot of it. So we're both discovering it together. And I think the storytelling, as soon as you get those 3 main characters kind of together in the same, like by episode 2, I think they kind of are interacting with each other already. and you follow along with the storyline. And by it's very clear there's a video game, but it's not obvious that it was like levels to beat or bad guys to conquer. There's just you can tell there's an underlying story that is intriguing. And basically, by the end of the first season of Fallout, I remember thinking, "Oh gosh, this is." They've put a sort of a, not so much a twist, but sort of like a revelation of sorts, where it's like this puts the whole concept of what this game is about in a completely new category, because it's like, oh, this is what the story is about. This is the lore of the story that makes it completely different. And I completely forgot that it was a video game first time, which I think is what a good adaptation should do.
Yeah.
And of course, you have the main character, who is, I forget her name, but like you follow her coming out of the vault.
Yeah.
And she's looking for her father, and she's coming across all these other characters. So you're learning about the world, and the person that you're following. Like I was saying, remember I was talking to you before about how it's difficult to make adaptations where the player character has to be a character.
Yes.
But they've done it really well with Fallout, because you are totally with this person, because you know what she knows. She's left this idyllic kind of world, and she's gone on this mission, and it's very clear what she's trying to do, and you're with her, and she's struggling, and you're with her with the choices she's making. And it's not distracting that may not be you. Maybe you didn't pick a female for your character, or whatever. Like you're still in the world, and you're still following the story. The main point of your character is that you're a vault dweller, that you are from the vaults. You have this kind of weird background history, and it's not distracting at all. Like I said, you forget that you're watching a video game show. And I'm glad that it was received well, and I'm glad that there's another season coming, because I want to know where this is going, basically.
Great.
And you didn't watch it. You haven't played it. It's is it worth reading what other people have said, like commentary?
No.
No? Fine. Fallout.
It's
worth it. You know what? If I know you don't like
dystopian.
I almost said dysentery.
That sometimes comes with it, though.
I don't like dysentery either, but I know you don't like dystopian. But if you have like a spare 6 hours, watch the first season.
Maybe. We'll see. Probably not.
Have you got one?
Well, I mean, we can do a classic one.
Yeah, do it.
Completely different.
Out of left field. What's the next one?
Pokemon.
Okay, yeah. Gotta get them all.
So, yeah. Was it video game first or card game first?
I'm pretty sure it was video
game first.
Just slightly. Because I remember...
And then the card game's like collectible sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah, the card game was definitely afterwards. But the TV show... Because I remember my age, I was... When the first Pokemon game came out, Red and Blue, I was just slightly too old to care about it.
Exactly. I was 14... No, 16... like that, and I'm like, animals with superpowers that beat the shit out. Just missed me, and I was over there, so we didn't. And
you were in the Middle East as well.
We didn't get it in the right time, so I missed the video game. I was big into like the Ninja Turtles, which was just before that, and then I was like too busy with growing up and I wouldn't deal with these Pokemon stuff. But like, all my friends fucking love Pokemon, and I have played like, well. I actually haven't really... No, I actually have. I lied. Anyway, Pokemon Go is like my... Did you play Pokemon Go?
I did a lot. Yeah.
Good.
I actually got... Because like level 40 is the max. And I got to like level 25, and then all my data got deleted.
That's right.
And then I reinstalled it, and I got to 40 again. Like really quick. I'm like 41 now. But I haven't played it for a while. But that is like... It's the whole collectible thing is really...
Yeah. I mean,
it's really addictive.
I love cute animals with cute superpowers. So, like when it would come over to the UK at summers, it would be on like CITV or whatever, and I'd be like,
right.
It's like animals with superpowers. That's cute.
Yeah, they're like your pets, but they can do.
That's cute, but I don't like the fact that they beat the shit out of each other, and you like keep them trapped in a little ball, that sort of stuff. So we didn't really get into it. Then the film came out. The
The
first
first-
one, Mewtwo's Revenge or whatever, that
Yeah.
sort of stuff, which I saw in the cinema with a lot of 8-year-olds. Cool.
What's this weird person doing here?
What?
Why is he
And
wearing a trench coat?
It's like, why is he here? Whatever, it was the Middle East. Loved it, and it was great. And I thought, okay, that's cool. And then, like, more recently, Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, so that's on my list as well. Actually, like I didn't watch Detective Pikachu. The thing is, I never watched the show
I liked it.
back in the day. I didn't watch the films. I knew they were around, but I've seen so many clips nowadays that I kind of get it. Like I kind of get why it got such
Absolutely.
a good following.
It's finished now, hasn't it? The TV show finally, like, officially finished.
How long was it on?
20 fucking years. Like,
40,
a
47
long
years.
fucking time, but made the decision to be like, right, we're done. And we're
We
finished.
can't keep bringing it up. We can't have an
The
episode about
Simpsons
every
is
single
still
Pokemon.
going, but we're going to finish.
We need an episode about the caterpillar Pokemon.
No, we don't.
No.
No, we don't.
And you watched all of them.
I watched some of them. I was like, if the animals are cute.
I do love Team Rocket though.
Yes, I love how gay they are.
They're so gay.
I love how gay they are. I feel like I thought they were like a girl and her gay brother, but apparently they're a couple. Don't like
No.
it. I don't like it. I'm gonna pretend that's not true.
I think because they had to copy whatever the relationship they had in the game.
No, I'm just gonna say brother and sister, and he's gay as fuck.
The gay brother.
And she's
They're
a
so-
dom, and it's great.
They're so fluid.
Great.
Someone pointed out that whenever they pose to form the letter R.
R because of her hair.
And I was like, I never knew that. Like,
Yeah.
with one leg out or whatever. Just like this. Yep. And the gender fluidity because when they
love
have
it.
to
He's
go
in
in
a bikini at one
disguises.
point.
Yeah.
It's great. I love. I agree.
Why not?
They could do with a reboot. That'd be great. I enjoyed Detective Pikachu because it was Ryan Reynolds works great as a voiceover because he just got to be sarcastic Reynolds, and like it was really nice because the CGI was so good. It was really fun to see just humans, and then you're like, oh, cute. There's like it's like actually a Cubone like right there. It was really and I wasn't obviously not a massive Pokemon fan, but it really was a good nostalgia bait.
Yeah.
In a nice way. I was like, I thought that was cute. So
Did it do well? Because I didn't watch it,
I
but
don't know actually. It didn't do well enough to get another one.
I suppose yeah.
We haven't seen.
It wasn't.
We haven't seen 4 million
it wasn't
of
a
them.
franchise starter.
No, unlike
Next one, unlike
Sonic,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
which again, this is a really bad list because I've
never
not watched
seen it.
any of them.
Here's a
Oh,
list of
damn it!
our best, our
I
favorite.
really thought you would have
Haven't seen
watched
it.
one of them. Damn it! It
No.
keeps like there's 3 or 4 of
because-
them now.
I'll tell you what though, like a lot of there's 3, I think. Maybe I don't know.
There's Knuckles as well,
Knuckles is.
which is Idris
I
Elba.
thought you meant like the name was Knuckles as well.
Oh, no,
Sonic
that-
Hedgehog,
Knuckles as well.
Because video game adaptations tend to be geared towards children, and I suppose as you grow older, you're kind of less likely to watch
I
these
know.
kids shows, whatever.
I get told about them because my brother has a now
Not always.
11-year-old,
Yeah.
so he went to go see them and all that sort of stuff. So whereas my nephew has seen the shows, my brother and I played the games. So
Right.
there's not a through line between them because Sega kind of died a death.
They got Sega's. Ooh.
So
Well,
Sonic's
Sega-
not
Sonic-
really still out
Sonic
and about.
shows up in like a couple Nintendo.
Yeah, but
titles.
he's not doing his own. He's not Mario Karting and still selling, is he?
Is Sonic
in the same
Mario
way.
Karting?
No, but
Sonic is
you
definitely-
know what I mean. It's like
it's
Mario is still Mario Kart.
It's not Sonic karting.
Sonic is not
Yeah,
still
yeah.
Sonic King, so it's now kind of just become.
Sonic is definitely in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, but it's not the same. He's not in a Sonic. He's not leading. He's not leading a game franchise like the way the fucking 80s and 90s. It was Mario or Sonic. He dominated it.
Yep. Until Sony comes along, you know.
He's a
Bye.
product of its time.
So like I played Sonic, and from what I understand about I think this is a video game adaptation where they're not adapting the storyline; they're just taking a character, which is
Yes.
another thing they can do. Which
because there wasn't massive storytelling in it.
No.
Animals stolen, robot bad.
egg, no
Done.
robot egg, Eggman,
Yeah.
aka Doctor Robotnik.
Robotnik.
Yeah,
Robotnik.
and I do love Jim Carrey. apparently he's all right in it. He's Jim
he
Carrey.
he came out of retirement for this groundbreaking
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah, which, you know what?
Why not?
There's fucking 3 of them, and he would have made a shit ton of money from it. And
Yeah.
this is what he's good at. You're not fucking Shakespeare, although Shakespeare's crap.
What?
Shakespeare's garbage. It's not like high drama, high end.
I think it's Shakespeare's crap.
Shakespeare is crap, but I'm just saying, it's like he didn't come out of retirement for like this, you know, high end, wonderful masterpiece. He came out for something that sells, and that's always been what Jim Carrey does,
Yeah.
and that's great.
Well, the thing is, like, Jim Carrey. Side note about Jim Carrey, it's like whenever he tries to do something a bit more artsy,
No one wants it.
it just doesn't sell well, and so
No one wants it.
that's typical of a lot of the trajectory of a lot of celebrities. Is like you do what you do well to get the money, and then you can go off and do the things that you really want to do, which don't earn a lot of money, but they fulfill you.
Just do what you do well. James
Sorry.
is in it as well.
I do. You know what? I do like him.
Love James Marsden. Although I feel like he's problematic, but I don't want to believe that.
Why would he be? No, don't tell me.
They all are.
They
They all are. And then what's his
if
face
they
is
all are,
Sonic,
then
and he's
nobody
great.
is?
No, they all. That means they all are.
Oh, fine.
Because celebrities are a different breed.
Have you seen Jury Duty, the TV show?
No, and that
He's
would
funny.
let's not get sidetracked.
No.
Oh, where
who
it's like a fake reality.
It's a fake
yeah.
reality. Yeah, I think
Okay.
who is Sonic?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. John Ralphio. Yeah.
Ben
Schwartz.
Schwartz.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's great. Great voiceover.
forgot that he was
really good
Sonic,
as it.
yeah.
We should have probably watched it
We should have watched it. This would be a short clip.
before we commented on it. So
Should we watch it? Should we start? Let us know in the
let us
comments
know
below.
below. Is it? But that's true. Is it worth it? Because I hear from
For
my brother
adults.
who has a 10-year-old. He's
Yeah.
like, it's fun. I was like, I don't trust his
I don't
taste
want-
in
I don't-
films anymore because it's appealing to an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it funny family thing? And then I'll watch it.
Can I enjoy it as an adult by myself?
Yeah,
Or do I feel?
is
Or
it a
will I
good
feel
film?
weird watching it?
Because I fucking on Christmas Eve watched that fucking Mario movie that everyone says like, oh my god, it's so good.
The new one. So, next one, Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers.
So this is the one
with Chris.
Pratt and is it
It's
Anya
me.
Taylor-Joy.
It's me, Mario. Woohoo!
You know what? I watched this on a plane.
Yeah, that seems
Which-
like the kind of film you
which-
should watch on a plane.
But the thing is, like, I hate watching films on a plane. Except with one exception, like I never like films when I watch them on a plane.
What was the exception?
If Beale Street Could Talk,
Okay.
yeah, because it's oh my god,
Okay,
I did
anyway.
not expect to be floored by that film. Anyway,
So Mario.
so Mario, it's like I couldn't. You know what? I watched it on a plane. There's noise all around, tiny screen. Wasn't blown away. So I'm always thinking like, am I not blown
No.
away because it was on a plane or because it was just a and then again a kid's film where it's like, am I okay to enjoy this as an adult? I didn't have any. I grew up on Mario.
Watching them do
I
like the
didn't have
Rainbow Road and everything like that. They're like,
like-
oh, cool.
Yeah, fine. No, it's a reference to
And
Mario
that's
Kart.
it.
I didn't know that it was Chris Pratt, which may be the airplane sort of humdrum. Anyway,
I mean, that's the airplane's the perfect place for it because if it was well done, has some nostalgia bits, but like a cute and hilarious. Because kids, watch cartoons and animated
Kids will
stuff
love it,
all the
yeah.
time. If it's hilarious, it's hilarious.
yeah, for
But
its
if
own sake, not because it's just nostalgia bait.
It's just pandering to short attention spans. It's like bright colors, Jack Black.
Jack Black was fun in it though.
Jack Black's great in everything, but Jack Black is Jack Black in everything, and there's no substance to it. It's just Jack Black singing Peaches, and there's nothing else of interest. I like Anya Taylor-Joy, but you are not a voice actor. Why you're not? Because the ability to give interesting
I see what you
performances
mean.
with just your voice,
It's a
You're a
talent.
movie star.
Yeah, like I'm a voice actor. I don't consider myself to have that skill very well. It's definitely not. It's not a thing that comes to you not necessarily naturally. You
Not
have
related-
to work on it. But like also,
Not related to video games. I watched the Transformers 1 film the other day. Again, because my brother said it was good.
yeah.
It was cute. But like the lead is Chris fucking Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson.
Oh really?
And they are so
Transformers animated?
like an animated one. Yeah. And the animation's cute, but they are so boring. Because it's just Chris Hemsworth doing an American accent and Scarlett Johansson speaking Scarlett Johansson. You are not acting. You're just talking without your face on screen. It's so...
Yeah.
It's so disrespectful, like, because we ranted about Tress MacNeille. The
Yep.
voice actors, it putting so much charisma and personality into a performance.
It does kind of annoy me.
Just getting a famous
It annoys me.
name.
Here's the drunk rant coming out because I get so annoyed. I've done voice acting. Some of it's awful. A lot of it's awful. Some of it's palatable. But like when I'm voice acting, it's completely different than acting, and it annoys me that people think because they're a movie star they can do it. It must be because it kind of diminishes how hard it is whenever you're like, oh, it's just voice acting. It's the same thing when you go to, which I've not done in a while, but when you go to like Broadway and you watch movie stars on stage. It happened in London as well. It's not just Broadway. It's like you are not good on stage because you don't know how to act on stage.
Such
it's
a different
kind
skill.
of acting. It's a different skill.
Such a different skill.
It's a different medium. It's like imagining you're like, oh, I paint really well. Now I'm going to be a graphic designer. Or I paint really well. Now I'm going to take photographs. It's like it's not the same thing.
No.
When you're voice acting, it's like you have to bring a different skill to it. Yeah,
massively.
miserable.
So again, that was a massive
TV
problem.
as well. TV is closer to film, but it's just a closer camera. But like I've seen TV stars
nowadays when
on
TV
stage
shows,
and they're awful as well.
when TV shows are basically films. So
And
it's a very similar thing.
depends.
But back to Mario, like I feel like
anyway.
the reason why there was no substance to it, maybe this was the same as Sonic, but I don't know. I feel like Ben Schwartz had a lot more energy to it. Mario was just, look at these things that you played on the Switch.
Yeah.
And this is the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, and here's Anya and Jack Black. That'll do.
There you go.
They didn't
Give us
care.
money.
And it's fine. And it probably made loads of money. And
It
they
did.
just didn't care.
It was the most
about-
successful at the time, I think.
Probably.
Probably. Was it not
So
taken over
bullshit. But because it's such a massive IP, everything's just like,
Yeah.
here, just regurgitate it out.
I've got one for you now.
Please. Is it a
Next
good
one.
one?
Yeah.
Go.
Super Mario Brothers from the 90s.
No.
Yes!
No. Stop it.
With Bob Hoskins as
Bob
Mario,
fucking
John
Hoskins.
Leguizamo as
That was John Leguizamo?
as Luigi,
Love John
and
Leguizamo.
Samantha Morton as Princess Peach. I don't think it was called Peach back then, but
I think it was
as
just
the princess, who's great in like any sort of fantasy sci-fi stuff. She's fantastic.
Who?
Samantha Morton. Samantha Morton. She. Oh my god! I'm gonna really sort of. She was Agatha in Minority Report. That's what I know her from.
Okay,
really.
sure.
She's done a lot of sci-fi stuff.
Okay, so we need
I'm gonna
sci-fi.
tell you something.
No, it's fine. Tell me more about Mario Brothers in the 90s.
It was ridiculous and awful, and I loved it.
Awful. It was so bad. But it was from a time when we had so little and such high expectations.
Was it Samantha Mathis?
Samantha Mathis, I know of. She was on TV.
Terminator. She was in Terminator as well.
She was in Coach,
She's in one
wasn't
of them.
she? Coach Dad or something like that.
Coach Dad?
Coach.
Not Coach, the one
TV
with.
show? The guy with the hair, but no hair?
Was there a coach? Google
Google Samantha Mathis while I'm going to rant for a bit.
You rant a bit.
What was I talking about? 90s. So, you look her up. So, in the 90s, we had so fucking little, and especially our age, because we are the same age despite what he keeps saying. We're like 2.5 years,
younger than
2
you.
years different. Just 2 years difference. Mario Brothers and Sonic was engulfing our childhoods. So this was very much a presence. And you had a couple of blockbusters, a few films a year. Like, it's not the same. And you had a few TV shows a week. Like, it wasn't the same. So when we had an IP that we were all obsessed with, and they're like, sure, we'll make it into a movie.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's not the same as now.
It didn't need to be. But I mean,
No, it didn't. It didn't need to be, but also they wanted, and they could have, and they did.
Yeah.
And it was garbage, and we all said that. But
I mean, it was
Ninja
Turtles
Turtles worked.
It's garbage. Hang on. Hold on. We're not there. Was like, did it work though? I mean, they had
The films of Ninja Turtles was amazing.
but the films were okay. Not to get too much ahead of
That's
ourselves.
not
but
an adaptation. That's the other way around.
No.
They made a video game of the show, not a show of the video game.
Are you sure? Oh no, because that was it was a cartoon first.
Yeah, so that doesn't count.
Yeah,
That's not on
But
this
like
list.
Ninja Turtles was so
But-
weird because it was had nothing to do with like. It was just so.
No,
it was its own thing.
That's the other way around. But Ninja Turtles was a property that worked so well, a kid's property that did so well in the cinema
Yeah.
this was obviously an after effect of that and all the others, and it sucked. It sucked so fucking hard.
Are you still on about
Mario?
I mean, it sucked, but I loved it because I was young enough to
that's
actually
true.
fucking love it.
And
it does not hold up to. It does not. It does
No, of course
not
it
hold
does.
up. And it's like Dennis Hopper as King Koopa, who isn't even like a Koopa. He's just like a weird guy who just could turn. It's like it's so awful. And
Oh, the Koopa
I remember
Troopers
thinking-
with the weird shrunken heads. And,
the weird
oh
shrunken
my
heads.
God.
And I remember there was like a character called Big Bertha. And I was a big video game nerd as a kid, and I was like,
who the
Big Bertha's a fish in the Mario Brothers game. Like, and it was a character that helped Mario and Luigi get. She was like a big sassy black lady, kind of bouncer type woman, and she's like, I'm gonna put you through. Well, she'll do the voice.
Don't do the voice. But I know. But
Helps them.
I know what you
Helps
mean.
them.
Yeah.
And like gives them a ba-bomb. And like these are not. This how
Ba-bomb?
How like a tiny little thing. Like how was and it wasn't even like. Ugh. It didn't, even in my young brain, I was like, that's not really what it is in the video games. I don't quite like it. Like, I can get along with, like, two plumbers getting trapped in this world, but... Yes, Nicholas.
I've got another one for you.
Go on.
Super Mario Brothers.
Woo!
The cartoon.
Loved it!
Loved it! Super Mario World. I loved Super
Yes.
Mario,
In that
Super Mario, Super
cartoon-
Mario World.
Yes, that cartoon was based on
The world.
Was it called World? Was the cartoon called World?
Yes, because it had Yoshi in it and the cape.
Yeah, but oh my god, Yoshi and Super Mario Brothers as
Fucking
well.
great. Eat ba-bum. Ooh, fucking great. Versus Sonic, the cartoon. Garbage.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Garbage. Did not work.
But you just reminded me that there was a Yoshi animatronic in Super Mario Brothers 90s film.
No, was there?
Yeah.
I don't
It didn't
remember
speak.
that.
It was like a weird kind of thing.
Awful.
It came out of the and like the princess was like, "Oh, are you a friend?" And it's like, I don't
So-
remember. I have no idea what it does. Anyway, we're
In terms of Mario Brothers adaptations, cartoon Super Mario Brothers World
yeah,
top.
yeah. Ooh, now you the recent one, I suppose, because I don't know. I think we're splitting timelines here. It has to be adjacent, but for different reasons, kind of thing. Like Super Mario Brothers 90s, which is
See, so like the 90s was garbage, but lovable. The new one was
well done.
well done, but no
But
heart.
also,
No heart.
is that a
It was
hot,
it was
is that a hot take?
pure cash grab. Do it to the camera.
Is that a hot take?
Yeah.
Super
Absolutely.
Mario Brothers film wasn't that good.
No. Cash grab. No heart. Hot take. Next.
Wait, before we move on, it was Samantha Mathis,
Yes.
not Morton. Samantha Morton was the one from Minority Report, but Samantha Mathis, who's been in a lot of,
Was she in Coach?
I don't know, but she was in,
Fern Gully.
she was in Billions. She was in Ferngully, yes.
She sure fucking was.
Super Mario Brothers, American Psycho, and Broken Arrow, oddly, which I do remember her in,
Oh,
actually.
yeah. Broken Arrow was good. Very
I'm
nice.
sure there was like a TV show that I remember her in, but it's probably some
Me
random
too.
thing.
But that 90s brunette teenage girl kind of thing. If you know what Samantha Mathis was good and famous for, other than being Krista in Fern Gully, which I'm happy to do an episode of Fern Gully.
Yes, we're good.
So happy to do an episode about Fern Gully. Let us know in the comments below or just send us a message and everything like that.
I think she should be more famous than she is.
Yeah, opportunity. Next one.
All right, next. Have you got one?
How
back to one.
much do we want to go?
Whatever.
Like random. I mean, I've got one, but it's not at all in conjecture with what we've done. I'll just do it.
Have we done links before?
Not at all. Castlevania.
I was literally going to do that one, but I wasn't sure if you had ever heard, well, why would you have heard of it? Because it's a bit out there.
It's out there.
It's a Netflix TV show, which
Yeah.
Again, I haven't watched it yet.
I watched every single episode of
I have
all
played the game
adaptations.
though, and
Have you played it?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
So
It's such a good like the suffix "vania" has become a thing where it's like any kind of side scroller, like it's Castlevania, it's like Metroidvania, like it's a thing. It's so
okay, I want to
It's such
talk
a thing
about it
now.
because it came out. Do you know when it came out?
I can tell
The
you.
game?
Oh, the game. I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
because it would have come out at my peak vampire phobia. So after watching the Buffy film, when I would have been 9 or 10, which is old enough to know the difference, but I would have been about 10 years old. And I swear I didn't sleep for about 3 weeks afterwards.
Really?
And I have had a massive irrational, terrifying fear of vampires ever since, until Buffy, the TV show, came on.
The first video game introduced on the Famicom disk system, which I think was the precursor to the Super Nintendo. The very first one, I played it on Super Nintendo because it was like a little cartridge. It was 1986.
What's the next one then? Like, does it give you the NES or the Super NES?
Well, the next thing it says that oh no, I'm thinking of Castlevania 2. No, sorry,
Anyway,
yeah,
my point was, excuse me, it kind of came out, or whatever, the Nintendo version, not the original, in my peak vampire phobia nightmare kind of stage, and it was an ad in comic books. And even looking at the ads gave me nightmares.
Really?
So I was never going to play it because I was just rationally terrified of vampires at that age. So I never did.
Okay.
And I was in my late 30s or 40s when the animated thing came out.
And you were like,
so
maybe I'll watch it now.
I was like, I'll watch the shit out of that. And
Right.
it was varying levels of success. So you played the game.
Yeah,
Which one?
I don't know now. I'm doubting myself.
Rough version. Like, what happens in it? What's the goal?
It's
Do you play as Belmont?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you
with
play
a whip?
Yes.
Cool.
But the thing is, like, I remember thinking, like, oh, this is a really odd sort of choice as a weapon. Like, you just whip. It's one of those really basic games on the Super Nintendo.
Is it like a
the
left to
regular
right
Nintendo?
Scrolly kind of thing?
Yeah, so I think that's where the term Metroidvania comes from, which is like a sort of a platformer where you sort of have to go into different areas, and each one unlocks a different area over there. They have to go back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
The whip was a bit weird. Was a bit too weird for me because I couldn't like direction it any. It was always like in the front, and you could like duck a bit, and I didn't play it a lot. But it was very dark, very gloomy, very much outside in the rain kind of thing, and you look up at literally castles.
Yeah.
It was fun. I would have played it more if I just wasn't annoyed with the controls, I think.
Fair enough. Definitely watch the show. Season 1.
How many seasons is it now?
Well, I think they did 3 or 4 of the original, and then they've done
3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah. 2 or 3 of Nocturne, which is a time jump. Next one.
Okay.
Not one. But season 1 is... It's so dark and disgusting, the whole thing. So I think by like 7 seasons in, I'm like, shut up. You're not doing storytelling. You're just ripping faces off and eating babies, asshole. Like, it's just everything they can do.
Mr. Belmont.
Like, just for pure shock value and disgustingness because they can get away with it. It's like, you're not doing good storytelling. Whereas in the first one, it was all about, like, the first couple of episodes is Dracula and his wife, and then they kill his wife, and so he has vengeance on them, and all this kind of anti-religious stuff. And it's so dark, but like so good, and then terrifying, and then they fight, and the build up, and then they get more characters in. They get this like cadre of like female vampire counselors, and they are such bitches, and it's so good. But then they kind of go off on the like, here's this character who makes demons. You're like, okay, cool, and then everybody dies, and it ends. You're like, oh,
really?
Yeah. But if you're into gothic high stakes,
get it?
it's fucking good. And you can binge it on Netflix. It's all there.
I didn't realize it was 4 seasons already.
I think 3 or 4. Correct me in the comments. But like, it's and that was ages ago. And then Nocturne has been 2 or 3.
And the animation is really pretty as well.
Very stylized. Very anime. It made a whole division. It's like Netflix anime is because of the success of this. I think it's like very distinct and of its, and it's cool. I wish, because did you watch like Blood of Zeus? They did that, and that's the same sort of thing. So it's fun, and I love this kind of mysteries, mythology, storytelling, and not being afraid to like use scary stuff. But I feel like, again, they've done it with like The Boys and Invincible. It's like, what was shock value to show high stakes, that we will cut your fucking head off and we will kill a whole village because you pissed me off, to just every episode. It's like, oh, we just crushed people's faces and
Oh, this
stabbed
again?
a kid in the face. It's just towards the end, like, Invincible towards the end of the last one. I'm like, shut up.
I've
Shut
been
up.
wanting to talk to you about Invincible as well because I felt like that before the previous one. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
more of this.
stop it.
Punch,
Shut
punch,
up.
punch,
Shut
punch.
up. Oh God, we just killed 700 people and you watch them all scream and die. It's like, shut up. Just tell a good story. Anyway, but
same with the boys.
I
as
feel
well.
like a good. I mean, I don't know if it's a faithful adaptation because it's like fucking 40 years between them.
There were a lot of sequels as well for the video games. I have not played them all, so it's
But
like
that kind of like, if the video game felt dark and moody and scary, the show definitely felt uniquely dark and moody and scary when it first started.
fine.
So I feel that's a good adaptation of, not to,
No, that's the point.
the high stakes
the
of
point.
it. Like it felt, fuck, oh my God, what are we going to do? How are we going to beat this? So
good.
it was good.
No, I like that. I think good adaptations should do that. If you don't want to copy you should copy the storyline if it's good, but also copy the theme because that's what people remember. If you want to do true nostalgia, you adapt the themes, the feelings, not just the
Because you
the
can't do
yeah.
it.
Next,
Go.
Street Fighter.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Should we combine Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat? Is it worth talking about them as a one thing? Because I don't really.
Which one had Kylie Minogue in it?
Street Fighter.
Oh.
She was Cammy.
I remember it a little bit. I don't remember Mortal Kombat. Is that?
I mean, there was more than one, and they were not all great. But I remember.
Or any of them great?
I don't know. But I remember like, wow, when I turned 13 for my 13th birthday. On the 13th, like we couldn't get into some with a couple of friends going to the movie theater, and we couldn't make it because it was like R-rated. We didn't know whatever was R-rated, so we had to watch Mortal Kombat instead. And like a couple of my friends that were with me was like, one of them was my girlfriend at the time, and we were just like, "What are we watching? This is ridiculous!" Like Mortal Kombat, they're just fighting. And the thing is, like, how do you adapt a fighting game like Mortal Kombat?
Because there's no story.
There's minimal story.
It's like, we have a feud with you and we fight.
Yeah. Oh, but I mean, the storyline is like you go through this I don't know, this series of fighting each person after the next because the big bad guy is trying to conquer the world or something. I don't know. I will say that like watching Raul Julia as M. Bison, he's just like he's juicy and everything.
I love Raul.
Him, yeah.
He did not get enough time.
No, he didn't.
He would have been so good now. Can you imagine?
Could you imagine?
Just crazy character actor.
He's back then what Pedro is now.
Yes!
You're
Is that a
welcome.
cultural stereotype, or is it just
Probably.
wonderfully progressive,
No,
talented Hispanic man?
Wonderfully progressive, that sort of suaveness.
Suave, but also like such a kind confidence that's what I've heard of people who worked with Raul and said he was just so kind and confident and giving.
It's a stereotype for sure. If it's a cultural thing, sorry, but it's like
I'm down for it. Dear God.
that. I mean, good. Like we capitalize on because it's a stereotype.
That's great.
You can bank that one.
I love that. I don't have anything more to say about Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Were there any other than
literally Raul Julia,
Kylie Minogue?
I feel like there's somebody else who was in. Was it Mortal Kombat actually?
Do you want me to look it up? Do we care enough about it?
Yeah, give me some actor names.
Okay, well, hang on a second.
I'm thinking of there must have been somebody who was Jax?
Which one? The 2021 film?
No, was that Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
No, this is on my 13th birthday, so it would have been like 96.
I'm looking at the recent one just in case there's any. I don't know any of these people. These are all young hot people.
Young hot people. Young hot.
Young hot people. Young hot people. Yeah. Young hot people. Being hot. Okay, crap. Moving on. Next. Do you
No.
have more? What's your next one?
Lara Croft.
Yes.
Although we have to say now which one.
Okay, let's talk about them all.
Okay. The first one then.
Which one? The
Anthony
film?
Jolie.
Fucking loved it.
It was.
Fucking loved it. However, I hadn't.
In levels
We suck. I hadn't played the game before I saw the film, so I saw the film first. Did you?
I wasn't. That was a Sega game, and I didn't have
Was
Sega. I had Nintendo. Or was it a Sony? No, I lied. It's
No,
a
it's a
Sony game. It's a Sony game.
PlayStation, wasn't it? I don't know.
I never played it because I was like Super Nintendo all the way.
Love Super Nintendo.
I didn't.
No,
really-
I just knew the film because I love a strong female character,
Oh yeah, of course.
and I love the film, and I love the second one as well.
No, I've not seen the film in a long time.
And the remake was
Is it
boring but pretty.
Trash. Is it? Was it trash?
Yes.
Okay,
But
good.
But it's trash now.
Again, it's
I
like
feel
how
like
do you? Yeah.
I feel like it was fluff then, but not bad.
Yeah, I think it was like because it wasn't trying to be anything else,
No.
was it?
It was action fluff with a iconic character
Yeah.
played by was she then an iconic
Oh,
actress?
sure. She'd had definitely had an Oscar by then.
Yes, she would have
Because
had if
she-
it got interrupted.
because she-
So, good energy, good casting energy wise, because there was, Lara Croft was such an incredibly
Yeah.
famous character that everybody, even if you didn't play
Exactly.
video games, you knew who she
Yeah,
was.
you knew who she was.
had to have the chutzpah to own that franchise. It was Angelina fucking Jolie.
If anybody was going to do it, it was going to be Angelina
And she
Jolie.
was
And it was
brilliant.
the first time that this character has been brought to the big screen, and it was like, yeah.
And
yeah, she can do it. Yeah.
Great. The second one was not fun.
Do you mean the recent one with Alicia
No,
Vikander?
the second one,
What was that?
Cradle of Life,
Oh yeah,
was not fun.
It was Angelina Jolie as well.
Yep.
She did it again. Yeah.
But it was the same sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Action, fighty,
Because
sort of magical. It's basically Indiana Jones, but a hot chick.
Yeah.
Which
that was exactly what they.
1,000% what I was here for.
Yeah.
And that's great.
But it was so popular that they made a second one.
Yeah,
For
but
more money.
but not successful enough to make any more. Either
No,
not
because-
successful enough to make any more, or not successful enough to keep paying Angelina because she became
probably would
way
want it
too
more.
successful.
And you can tell, like, when we have a drunk rant about shitty sequels, it's like, or movie failures. What's the one that we have?
Flops. We're going to do one
Flops,
about
yeah.
flops.
A lot of it is because there's
Yes.
sequels where it's clear that the people will just sort of, oh, this
Cash grab crap.
cash grab. It made so much money. Let's just do
Let's
another
do
one.
all of
And
it
they
again.
completely ignore what made the first one so good.
The heart, the character, the story. They just do the same thing
No, it's just
rather
the
than
same thing.
no. That's
Let's have a big star in the second one. That'll bring people in.
No, well,
Anyway.
yeah, I liked it. Like the bad guy was that random guy who was really good and menacing. It was corporate,
Yeah.
and they did some locations. We had
see it.
Gerard
Butler?
Butler, the Scottish guy.
Yeah.
He
In
was,
Cradle
he
of
was
Life?
the love interest. Daniel Craig was the love interest in the first one. Topless
Was
Daniel
it?
Craig. Topless naked Daniel Craig.
Oh my God.
I saw this film with my friend
I'm
when I
looking it up.
first moved to the UK. So before I went to uni, I moved to the UK to get used to the weather and how to use a bus. And we went to see Tomb Raider, and Daniel Craig was in it and was naked in it. And this was when I was like, I may need to
Oh my gosh.
I may need to rethink. What's that? But dude,
Daniel Craig and Angelina Jolie.
he's in a vest. You need to see him ass naked
hold on,
in this film.
that was just the first one that came up.
Ass out naked in this film.
I didn't know he was in it.
You are, and I, and this is before this
Nick
was,
is at a loss for words.
because it was before the internet was a thing, and I memorized his name. It's an easy because I got it confused with Craig David, who was popular at the time with the kids, so that I could. I don't know how I would look him up because we didn't have the internet. Ass out, full naked, Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig doing an American accent, Angelina doing an English one. His was better than hers.
Is that it? Is that it? Is that bringing you
He
back?
was because it's like, oh, I'm in the shower. Oh, I hear.
You need 7 minutes.
He's like, oh, I hear a noise. Let me just walk out, grab a gun, and then
Yeah,
he
you need a
walks
minute.
away. And then she's like, always good to see you. Oh.
you know that, like,
Oh.
at that point in his career, he was like, I need a topless I need to think.
He does topless a lot.
Just write a scene.
And we respect Daniel for that.
I've been working at this for the last 2 years. I need this on the big
Body
screen.
is banging, and
Also,
he got it out.
if you have a good body, you take as many photos as you can.
Take 1,000 naked pictures of yourself.
Moira Rose, do it now.
1,000 naked pictures of yourself. If you look like Daniel Craig, take a photo of yourself and send it to
us.
incompletegeekspodcast@gmail.com.
Is that him answering the door then?
That's not it, but yeah, great. Yes.
Really?
No, it is, but that's not from the film. Like,
Fine,
I memorized every frame.
Why am I doing this? It's like,
And the new version was
haven't seen
pretty but boring. It was not a good story. Write a good script, guys. You do need a script, even if it's an action film. You got to write a compelling story.
Yeah, well, there's
you can't just have her run around and jump,
because you can make an action film that is just for the straight men who are like action,
but with a female lead,
aka Transformers. As long as you got boobs in it as well, in the form of Megan Fox or whoever. But it's like
I love the first Transformers. It was great.
Yeah, we all did.
The first one was
because
great.
it had a kind of a bit of a story,
and nostalgia and humor
and nostalgia. Yeah. But then, because again,
but we're not talking about that.
We're not ranting about flops. But like every subsequent one was, it's just a cash grab.
Yeah,
we're going to ignore everything that made the first one good.
None of them flopped. They can't make it anyway. Lara Croft,
power of action.
Lara Croft, fantastic game. I've never played it. Have you played it? No.
It's basic. I wasn't blown away.
Very popular game.
Again, I wasn't a Sony kid.
Very fun adaptation. I feel a fair adaptation.
Yeah.
Fun, good action.
Right, am I doing the list?
Do you have another one? Hold up. One that I've just seen. The Witcher.
Yes. Although
I fucking forgot that.
It's a book series.
It's a book to a game, but the game was popular, so then it was adapted to a show. It wouldn't have been adapted from the books without the game, right? And the game is in between.
Yeah, no, you're right. It would not have been adapted from a book. I mean, the books are very there's a lot of sort of I wouldn't even call it high fantasy. There's a lot of sort of mythical fantasy creatures and stuff like that. Literature. They would not have made a TV show about it if it wasn't a good, successful game, which is true.
Yeah,
I do think that largely because of Henry Cavill, who I'm sure has read all those fucking books.
Well, he's a gamer more than a book.
He's
nerd.
such a nerd.
He's more of a gamer. So
I'm not sure.
I
think he is a gamer.
He's definitely a gamer. He built his own. He built the PC when he was wearing a vest top, and he did like an Instagram live and just built a PC.
I'm interested in building PCs.
He built, he was just building his gaming PC in like a blue tank top.
Really?
Did you not watch the live stream? We lost our minds. Oh my god! Anyway, but yes, he's definitely a gamer. So I know he was really kind of particular about what they adapted, but I don't know if it's from the books versus the games.
I've seen interviews where he's being interviewed by a literature nerd, and it's like, what kind of authors would you suggest? He's like, rattles 3 out. He's like, yeah, those are very good ones. He's like, he knows exactly what kind of literature is out there. I'm sure he's read all the books. And I've heard stories about him sort of saying, this character wouldn't do that in the book. Let's do it this way, and which I think is great. But in terms of video game adaptation, I liked it. I thought it because I think.
Did you play the game?
No, I own it, but I haven't played. The Witcher 3, I own. I think it was a birthday gift, and I haven't played it yet. I will.
If you would like us to play Witcher 3
should we stream
on
it?
Our Patreon, we'll stream it. And if you can, you want to shout at us and tell us what we're doing wrong, or just join us.
Are we playing it or am I playing it? Are you playing it?
Do multiple people play or one person?
I'm pretty sure it's a one-player game.
So, you'll play it and I'll get drunk and talk shit about it.
For as long as your attention span can hold.
As long as my attention span can hold. And join us if you'd like to see that or anything like that. I think that'd be fun, but I don't know if people give a shit about that.
Yeah.
Visit us on Patreon, patreon.com/gaygeeks, and that's where we will do it. Because I don't think...
Joining the community is free. If you want to give us some money while you're there, that's great too. It helps us out.
We'd love that.
We would love it, and we would love you. Is there a market for playing older games, games that people have done to death? Considering
can we make it gay? Like,
I mean,
is there a
we're-
way we can play
we're-
and just really gay
we're
it up?
in it.
But
Yeah.
like, yeah, if it's like you playing and then me in the background like talking gay shit,
I think part of the appeal of watching people play games is watching the player's reaction to the things happening on screen. So like the game is the game, like you play it a certain way, but there's still a storyline you have to follow. And then the reaction of people saying like, "Oh,
let's
well,
give it a
this
go.
is-
Let's try it.
We totally could
You can
do
play
it.
and I'll get drunk and react. That'd be fun.
I think I have it for PS4 though.
You can play it on the PS5, right?
Yes,
It works on that.
absolutely. Good point. Anyway,
So
the
yeah,
adaptation
because I
is-
feel like the bathtub was from the game, right?
absolutely.
And that's what
Oh,
sold
there's
most of us. Like that was the clip that we saw and therefore watched the entire
Yeah.
fucking show.
Yeah, because of that. And all of his grunting has like sort of like, that's all from. I'm sure that I don't know. I've not read the book, but I'm sure there's like
It doesn't quite translate.
it won't
from the
translate. In the book, Geralt grunts. Like,
book.
okay, great.
Yeah, all right,
whatever.
sure, cool. So do I. But no,
So do I.
hearing the
Hearing the voice
Hearing
actor
the video
in
game guy.
like, and the monsters as well. It's like sexiness aside, like the monsters look really good as well. Like these mythical, crazy creatures, and
because Geralt
Yeah.
looks hot in the video game too.
yes. Sorry, I have to think about like what does it look like?
Yeah,
Henry.
because there's Henry, which is a different level of hot, and Geralt, who is also hot.
So I've seen the first 2 seasons and I haven't seen the third yet because we want to do a thing about it. But
I
when
think
is
let's
the
do
next
this
one?
instead.
When is
Well, it's the Hemsworth. I'm not watching that.
when is it out?
I
know.
don't
Are we
care.
gonna watch it?
Nah, let's do this. Let's do this instead. That seems more fun.
It's unfortunate because like if young Hemsworth is still a good worthy actor to play it, like I'm not gonna watch it regardless because I'll wait to see what other people say about it before I actually sort of
It's just such not. It's not a fair trade.
no.
Because I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a garbage person, but Hemsworth is hot.
They're all garbage people, aren't they?
They're all garbage people, even Cavill.
Even Henry a little bit.
Yeah, of
probably,
course, he married someone like 10, 15 years younger than him. He's
Really?
only dated young girls, and now he's married one. So shocking.
What does that tell you about?
He can't handle a real woman. But that's fine.
He's not met us.
He's exactly.
Wait, all right, so
Sorry, I got distracted there for a second.
thinking about Henry Cavill. I just had a sudden flash about him in Deadpool Wolverine. I forgot he was in that cameo. Remember that? We'd never.
Yes, that was fun.
That was so fun.
Stupid, but fun. So yeah,
So stupid, but
so many things are stupid
Yeah.
and fun.
All right, so yeah, I think a good adaptation because even if it wasn't an adaptation, it's still a fun, geeky, weird, nerdy show to watch. And it tells a story very well. In the first season, as you know, you've seen it. There's that sort of timeline sort of overlap, which
Yeah.
you don't really you get hints about, but it's not explicit until the very end. And then the second season is largely about those two. Those two characters going on and discover. I forget. It's a bit more forgettable, but I still liked it, and I'll watch the third series when I get around. But when I get around to it, I'm not going to go out of my way. But in terms of adapting the video game, I think it's all right. Also because the Witcher TV show adapts the Witcher video game franchise, and the popular Witcher game is Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, which only gets referenced at the end of season 2. Because it's Geralt and Ciri, and they're like, "Oh, is that the Wild Hunt coming?" And we're like, "Oh,
That's a shame.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Shame they didn't stick around for it. I feel like Witch is a great one to end on because if there are any more, we can do this again because it's fairly
Yes.
easy.
No. Yes, I'm agreeing.
Okay. What? Oh, okay. Fairly easy. We'll play the game.
Oh wait, no. Here's what we're gonna end on. Minecraft. We have to end on Minecraft.
I mean, we should,
We have to.
but it's not out yet. So,
Yeah, it is.
oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, have you
It's-
seen it?
Yes.
Oh,
The Minecraft film. Like I wouldn't have seen it if my
if you didn't get
partner-
freebies.
If Tom hadn't insisted that we go see, because he's a big fan. Okay, so my partner played Minecraft to death in the pandemic, or even before.
A lot of people did.
And it was sort of it's a video game that's all about just building stuff, and you build like everything you can get from the world you combine to make things, and it's all about creating and crafting things that you mine. And
Cute game.
it's a super cute game, and people get really into it, and you can make these big because it's such an open
do you make it
world
into a
to the
film?
extreme. How do you make it into a film? It does what Super Mario Brothers film couldn't really do in terms of like
Have Jack Black in real life rather than
It's
just a
got
voice.
it's Jack Black being Jack Black, but he's
Jack
also
Black, great.
but he's not like. I had a moment of like, oh, is he venturing more toward? Is he being a Tenacious D? But he doesn't really do that quite. There's still elements of it there, but he's still just being this wholesome guy, and watching him and Jason Momoa just sort of be like competitive bros, but in a really sort of friendly, competitive way, and they both have like their own sort of underlying weaknesses. It's like it's so cute, and like I didn't get hardly any of the references that Tom got. He's like, oh, that's so and so. Oh, that's so and so. Jennifer Coolidge is in it, and she's fucking hilarious. She's ridiculous, and it's played for laughs. It's a film that does not take itself too seriously. It's fun. It's for kids. I enjoyed it. I get why people are like shout because they love it. It's such a beloved game. And yeah, I'm fine. And the protagonists, in spite of Jack Black and Jason Momoa being adult children, the main character is a child that you want to follow along, and he's having trouble at school, and but he goes into this world, this video game world, and just excels and sort of saves the day. And it's like, yeah, it's a bit formulaic in part,
Antagonist
but it's
or
not
protagonist?
protagonist. Did I say antagonist? I meant protagonist. The antagonists are a bit cartoony, but they're just that it's fine. Like it's fun and it works. It works. Like it's fine. I will not see it again, but it's like I was not sad that I saw it the first time. The end.
If you would like to,
Thank you for joining me on that Minecraft journey. Do you just hate it?
I have no interest in seeing it because I don't know the game. I don't care.
Fine.
And I'm not saying that.
I should say I've never played it. I would not play it. I would not enjoy that as a game.
And I'm not saying it signifies the death of cinema and filmmaking, but it does feel like it signifies the death of cinema and filmmaking because it's just garbage shit for kids is the only thing that makes money of big names that everybody knows regurgitating the same shit, acting like clowns, dancing around, making millions of an IP that already exists rather than ever creating anything original, ever telling a good story, ever having any interesting characters. But cool if you like it. If you would like to
all right,
get in touch, love Jason Momoa. Yay, Jack Black. You can get in touch at incompletegeekspodcast@gmail.com.
Or if you're on the socials, contact us at Instagram and TikTok. We are there at Incomplete Geeks. Follow us while you're there. Like our stuff. We post things regularly, and we semi-regularly. Yeah.
Semi-regularly. We're standing by any moment now. And
I was going to say like this episode, give us a 5-star review, but this is the YouTube one, isn't it?
We can put it on there.
Oh yeah,
We can do both.
Like this episode, give it a 5-star review. Every little rating helps. If you hated this episode, give us a 5-star review rating anyway. It really hurts us in that regard.
Tell us all the ways we got everything wrong by all those methods. Comment below whatever you want.
What did we miss? What are your favorite video
What we forgot.
Definitely
I'm
didn't
sure
name
there's
them all.
I'm sure there's like a really good one that we forgot.
Oh, there's loads.
I'm sure there's loads. And
Loads.
let us know. And I'm loads. And I'm sorry that we got those wrong or forgot those loads. But you know what? We're not complete geeks.
But we're working on it.
Thanks for listening and watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.